What's going on, people, and welcome to another video on the channel. This is probably the only time that I'm actually going to do this, and I'm going to revisit a person's car that I've used a couple of videos ago, and it's this, the McLaren F1 GT. Now this is a car that was sent in by one of you guys, and you said it's a power build, and me, being the person that doesn't know anything, apparently I didn't know what a power build was, and apparently this is a very meta car, and I kind of didn't give it the, I guess the recognition or the I don't know, the props that it deserves. So in this video I'm gonna review this thing properly. Also, people have said that, why did I take it on a circuit? The person said it's good for sprint and street races, which I kind of didn't think that it would make much of a difference. Circuit races are a little bit smaller and a little bit tighter, I guess, and apparently this thing is built for longer events, such as the Goliath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing out on the Goliath and race it properly and give this thing the actual, like I said, props that it deserves, apparently, because this is a very, very good tune. So that's what's happening in today's video. Is this the best car for... That's not what I wanted to do. Is this the best car for the Goliath? Is this the best car for longer sprint races and stuff like that? We'll have a look. So, or it's not the Goliath, is it? It's the, well, the Goliath could be it, because it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Basically, really, really long races like this. So, it's a long event. As you can see, it's pretty much, it stretches out on the outside of the map. The Colossus actually is even longer, but I'm going to do the Goliath. And this is also an S1. I've never ever done a lap with this thing. But if I go into this, in the world, you can probably see there has to be at least one or two of these McLarens somewhere here. Actually, this is all just in my club here. But the Jaguar XJR 15 apparently is one of the best ones. There's no like legitimate times at the top of these leaderboards, so I can't really check anything here. I'm just gonna do it anyway. I want to see what sort of time I get and where can I put myself on this leaderboard with this thing. So S1 again. 1,240 horsepower, 1,241 newton meters of torque, and weighs 1,143 kilos. So a power build apparently is something that's built for really long races, right? Or not really long, but like stuff that isn't like really, really tight corners and stuff like that. So that's why I want to try and give this a shot on the Goliath and see if I can do a good run with it. And like I said, show its props at least. So I'm not going to start this thing off. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get a little bit of a run up. I'm not gonna get too much of a run up though. I'm not gonna do like a whole 2 laps of this thing. But I'll go back a good bit here, just to get, like I said, at least some bit of a run up. Just so I don't spend a long time getting the oh god. There we go. Oh god. All right, we're back. That's fine. We'll keep it here. So again, rear wheel drive. Lots of power, built for long corners, and apparently this thing is OP, so let's see how OP it actually is. I feel like I'm gonna mess up so badly with this thing because of the way it's built, and I'm just not used to it. But sure, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna play this so safe here though, so if you see me braking for some of the corners that I probably shouldn't be, yeah, just keep that in mind. So this is basically what this is used for. It's actually not bad at all, to be honest. Okay. So it's basically built for high-speed corners, which is what the person could have just said. The person literally could have just said, yeah, this thing is built for high-speed corners. Don't take it on short and tiny tracks because it just won't do anything. He said it's built for sprint and street races, which, in my eyes, it just meant, you know, this thing is just built to, I don't know, to do sprint or street races. Well, I immediately just assumed that it was anything to do with road racing. You know? I didn't differentiate this thing between, you know, circuit races and actual sprint races. I didn't realize that the person literally meant this is actually just for sprint races, you know what I mean? Like an A to B type race instead of a race where you go and do laps in. I know this is technically a circuit race that I'm doing right now, the Goliath, but it's a little bit different. It's really long corners again. Like I said, it's just the outside of the map. So we'll see. Well, I mean, it's 31 minutes to beat, which I'll obviously beat that, but... Whatever records I've seen there, it was like 11 minutes in the Jag. So we'll see if I can beat or at least get close to any of them. Because it's such a long... Oh god. Because it's such a long race, this. There's so many places where you can mess up and crash and ruin your run and just get it as a flagged time. That it's annoying. But I feel like this is something that this person would have wanted me to do with this soon, and I feel like I need to rectify it. Okay, I didn't want to leave the video off just being like, yeah, this person's tune is okay. It just doesn't feel like it's a great build for when you're doing circuit races, where technically his build wasn't for circuit racing, you know. So this is definitely just built for high-speed corners. So you can take corners at ridiculous speed. Obviously the high-speed corners. Yeah, there you go. See? That's where the mess-up comes in. That's where the mess-up comes in. If I'm not used to this thing and I'm just sending it really hard at the corners, and especially when I don't really drive the Goliath. I don't think I've ever done the Goliath on the... Well, I obviously haven't done it in a Rivals event, but I haven't done it since I completed it the very, very first time. You know? So obviously when I'm sending myself into these corners like this, it's like I'm not used to driving this crappy course. Okay. Couple of rewinds. I'll do a flag time. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to go anywhere on these leaderboards, especially not on the first attempt. I know for a fact it just isn't gonna end up well if I do. Be careful now. A little sideways. Very bad positioning for my corners here, but fuck it. We go for it anyway. We'll see what a flag time I get. And then obviously just sort of picture that I drive a little bit better. Just imagine it, you know? Even though I'm not doing it right now, just imagine I'm driving better and I didn't crash. But for now, just take the flag time. Okay. I mean, for S1, I mean, this thing pulls like it's definitely higher than S1. Okay. Careful now. Careful. Very, very careful here. I do like it. It's just like I said, it's because I immediately envisioned it yesterday when I was driving out the circuit race, and I was like, this is just bad. It's just a tune that you added a stupid amount of power to it, and that's pretty much it. It's terrible around like these tight corners here. If I knew that this was built specifically for long corners, I would have definitely not taken it on that circuit, but I guess people should try and explain it a little bit more. If they're doing any specific tunes like this, I feel like they should try and explain it a little bit more. Instead of just saying, ah, it's for sprint races. Just do that. You know? But I am also an idiot, and I took it out on a circuit race when he wrote it's a sprint or street race. So it's not completely your fault. It's a lot of it is my fault for not technically doing what you said. I did, however, listen, and I didn't take this thing down to Golden Target, which is the one thing you said that don't not to do, because it'll be painful, and I can see why. I can see why. Again, built for high-speed corners, and Toge is just the complete opposite of that. Super, super tight corners there, and I'd have to go so slow, and then the acceleration of this thing just make its rear wheels just spin like crazy, especially with it being rear-wheel drive. I'll just end up sliding so much though if I take it out on that stupid track. I mean, technically that's a sprint race. It's an A to B race. Okay. My driving is so poor with it. Like, again, I need to get used to driving this thing properly before I do anything like this. And I try to tackle the Goliath, especially when I'm doing like a a whole run with Goliath, you know. Like if I was doing like a much shorter track, I feel like it'll be a little bit better, but I love how I sent myself straight into the deep end here. But I feel, considering this is my first attempt and I haven't driven on the Goliath since I finished the game literally back in November. Literally for about a year now I haven't driven on the Goliath, almost. Considering that, I think I'm doing okay. I mean, I know most of the parts of this map. Well, sorry, I know pretty much every part of this map, but I don't know what to drive like in a car, you know, that I've never driven before. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when I need to stop for corners or slow down for corners, or where I need to start turning in and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a difficult one to just throw myself in the deep end like this. But it's okay. I mean, I'm doing okay. It's not bad. I'm definitely not doing the whole 11-minute thing that those guys are doing. I'll tell you that now. I think 15 minutes. I'll give myself 15 minutes. With all the mistakes and how slow I'm going for some of the corners and how much I'm slowing down, because I feel like I need to go a little bit quicker for some of the corners. I mean, I say 15 minutes is a reasonable time. If I can go around 15 minutes, I think it's fine. Again, after seeing those times, and they're all like 11 minutes and 12 minutes and stuff like that, and those are some of the best times, I'll take a 15-minute run. Unfortunately, it's flagged because I messed up at the beginning, but oh well, what can you do? I could have restarted the race, but I'm not bothered. I am not bothered to do that. I actually had a different video planned for today, but then I saw all the comments on this video and I was like, I have to rectify this. That's okay, though. Different video tomorrow. It's actually quite fun in this jungle. It looks good racing like this. Going really hard in the jungle. That was clean. The lines were so clean throughout all these corners. I'm sort of just trail braking into some of the corners as well. It's just, I don't know. Also, someone said to me that I should try play without ABS with it as well. I feel like I can, because I'm not actually slamming on the brakes at all with this thing. I mean, obviously when I'm just fully slowing down, I am, but most of the time here, I'm just not really slamming on my brakes. I'm just sort of, you know, just tapping them a little bit just to get the car to like rotate a little bit. But I feel like I can possibly play without ABS on this thing. There are some cars that I can definitely play without ABS on, and I'm fine with it. You know, like it's not difficult to play without ABS. I mean, like once you get used to where the actual biting point is and where the, see, like here, I messed up so much. Should have slowed down a lot there. Again, I also couldn't see a damn thing, especially coming out of that tunnel. But yeah, I feel like with a lot of cars, you just get used to the ABS being off. I just keep it on because it's an arcade game. I don't really try too often to go for like times and stuff like that. Especially with cars that are, you know, a little bit older, which I feel like, especially cars that don't have like fully upgraded brakes. You know, if you have like really good brakes, I mean, technically without ABS, it's always going to be faster. Assists kind of slow you down. That's why I don't play with traction control and I don't play with stability or anything like that. Because it's slower. It slows you down quite a bit. So that's why I play without any of those assists on. And I guess playing without ABS as well would definitely be more beneficial. But again, like I said, it's an arcade game. I like to have a bit of fun, relax, and do all that sort of stuff. I'm not going full try-hard sweaty mode every single time I play this game. See, like there I could have slowed down in time for that corner if I didn't have ABS turned on, but like how easily I slowed down there. Like it's consistent, you know what I mean? Like driving with ABS on, it's consistently the same. Like you start braking and the wheels will do the exact same thing every single time, whereas when you're using no ABS on, it's a lot more common for you to end up making mistakes. Okay. Pretty much all the way now at the bottom right of the map, so I'm getting very close to the finish line. I think I had a good call with that 15 minutes, unless I'm doing it a little bit faster than the 15 minutes. Which I think that's kind of cool. A little fast here for this one, so let's slow down a little bit here so I don't smash into people's houses here. I think I'm faster than the 15 minutes that I said. Maybe like 12 and a half minutes. About 12 and a half minutes. Maybe even quicker than that. Okay, here it is. The final one. 12 minutes and 16 seconds. That's not bad. I may do one more lap just to see what I can do, but I wanted to quit and have a look at where I am in the world actually with that. I feel like I'm gonna be kind of low because I made too many mistakes there. I drove pretty badly, and it's also flag time as well. So change rival. Where am I in the world? 65,000 in the world. Oh my god, I'm so low. Out of 2.1 million people. Can I do top 1,000 with this thing? Is it possible to even do top 1,000 with this thing? Like, these guys are doing 12:31 here. Oh, it's because it's a flag time. Okay, so if I didn't do a flag time, I'd probably be quite a bit higher here. I mean, that's with a crash and everything. That's on the friends list. What about the club? So this guy did in 11:06 with the XJR, and he is top 1,000. Here, I'm down to try it. I'm down to give this a shot. Should I just select him in the Jag and then see how close I can get? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna select him as my ghost and give it a shot. A whole 1 minute faster he is than I am. I'm down to try to see if I can get anywhere close to him. Let's see if I can do something here. I need like a proper run up here though this time around. I might not show this. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want to watch it, you can watch it. I'll just do no commentary, just driving. Like I said, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. Okay then, well, I did a 12-minute dead. Hopefully you guys liked that clip. Actually, it took me a little bit, and the reason why it's a different ghost as well is because my game literally crashed on one of the runs as well, which was very annoying. I got about as far as the start of this road behind me, pretty much, so it was like past the houses or something like that, and then my game just crashed pretty much mid-run. I've crashed a few times, and I ended up restarting, I think about maybe like 3 times. Pretty early on, though. And then I kind of just sort of got used to it, and I did a clean lap now of the thing. Let's see where I am in the world with it. Clean lap, 12 minutes dead with this car. And I still stand a little bit about what I said yesterday about this car. It's pretty dog shit around, like, tighter corners. If you're going under 100 miles per hour on this thing, just pray, pray, and pray. Because it's just bad. It doesn't turn in. The turning circle of this thing is awful. Like, it just isn't tight enough for the smaller corners. So you have to slow down a lot. And then building up speed again, it takes a long time as well because it's rear-wheel drive and you can't put all of that power to the ground instantly. Yes, high speed corners, very, very good. Low speed corners, not that great. But let's do this. Hop into the old rivals here. Let's see where I am in the world with this. Check this out. Let's see. 3,762nd in the world with this person's tune here. There's someone else here as well on that list that was close to me. I'm at the top of my friends list, and I'm about halfway down this first page on my club. Of course, people are using the XJR15. That thing is so fast. That, like, this guy at the very top did almost a minute faster than me with that thing. So when I had him as a ghost and I was looking at it, like, he was just flying. Like, flying. He was going. He just left me in the dust. Every single corner he was taking, he was just faster. The slower corners and the faster corners, they were just faster. So I think the XJR15 is a better car than the McLaren. Or this tune isn't as good as the XJRs at the top of this list here. So, yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I rectified this build. It's not a terrible tune at all for the high speed corners that I ended up using it for. But for the low speed corners, it's definitely bad. And you guys should have seen that yesterday anyway in the video that that it wasn't as good in the lower corners. And even on the run that you guys have seen me race there, as soon as I slow down under 100 miles per hour, it's hard to control, and to be able to put that power down perfectly, it's really, really difficult with this thing. But yeah, hopefully it's this was an enjoyable video to watch at the very least. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.